Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. It's another week. I hope you guys had a lovely, event-fulfilled week. And if it wasn't, it's okay, guys, because you already know we love to reflect here, self-reflections. And this week, we have a brand new guest, and I'm so excited. I want him to introduce himself. Go ahead.
Yeah. You already know. Your man, Young Bell, Brunswick Star, Jersey, New Brunswick. Much love.
Okay, so you originally from New Brunswick.
Yeah. Exit 9, you already know.
Exit 9?
Yep.
That's the block, that's the neighborhood.
That's the exit that we get off to get in New Brunswick. But the block is, Commercial Ave, South Ward. Then,
Right.
you got Remsen Ave and, Lee Ave, Troop and Delavine, that whole nine.
Little Lee Ave.
Yeah. You feel me?
Now, from New Brunswick, let the audience and the listeners know what you do so they're aware and why you're even sitting here, okay?
Yeah, man. I'm a rapper. But I also do many things, but yeah, rap music.
And what are the other things?
So I've been, spoiler alert, just a little bit. I've been getting into film a little bit as far as writing and stuff, so yeah.
So you do writing,
you might,
getting into
see a little
film,
more of me. Yeah.
and then rapping.
Yeah.
What kind of style of rap do you do for my audience to know?
So I don't necessarily like to box myself in with that, but when people say or describe my music, they always say conscious or just music that make you think. But I don't make rap records and then go, I want to make a song like Mos Def. You know what I'm saying? I just make what
is in your heart.
Right. And then that's how that goes about.
And that's beautiful because that's what I love to talk about.
Yeah.
Is music artists, creatives in general that put their heart behind their craft.
100%.
Because there's a lot of people that don't really put their heart in their craft. They just doing it just for the perks, the limelight.
Money grab,
clout.
Right.
We have many things. So this is not the reason why you chose.
100%. Nah.
We're going to get deeper. Y'all. We're going to get real deep.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Now, before we get into that subject, I want to know your upbringing.
Okay.
You say you were brought up in New Brunswick.
Yeah.
I kind of want to know what was the age and first time music impacted you, and who was the reason? Was it your mom, uncle, cousin, niece, sister?
Okay, so I was back and forth from New Brunswick and Franklin. I lived on Ray Street over there. But first time I really got engulfed by music was probably at the age 6. Mm-hmm. And then it went from 6 to 8. And then from 8 to 10, that's when I knew
this was it. Now, do you remember the first record you heard that gave that fire inside you?
So the first one that really really brought me there,
right,
was Jay-Z Do It Again.
Jay-Z Do It Again. Okay, we got a Jay-Z lover in the house.
Then it went from that to probably one of them records from Blueprint, like Renegade or something. And then once 50 dropped, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, because that's why I end up liking as a rapper, period. And then it went from 50 to Banks, and then from Banks to Fab to Joe Budden, and so many other rappers.
So now, what did you feel when you heard these records at that time, at 6, 10? Why did you even get impacted?
So around that period, I'm dealing with a lot, even at a younger age. So when I started to hear records like Die One Day, Southside Story, Banks and them, they speaking that, from a perspective from New York, but I'm feeling that right across the bridge, you know what I mean?
Right,
so,
because Brunswick is right there.
You know what I mean? So, it's man, I know how that feel, So, it just made me...
you felt like you could resonate with what they were going through and how
100%,
they were brought up.
100%.
Now, let's talk about that. How was your family life in that event?
So, we was good, but, it was a lot of personal that that really hit me, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And a lot of people don't know. Maybe they do now, but so growing up, it was hard, and I had a speech impediment, so I didn't really want to speak in front of people. So rap music helped me like renegade these thoughts out and like relay all my problems, basically that probably stuff that I wouldn't share with no one.
You had a speech and disability? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And basically I was very shy, but then like when niggas would hear me rap, they be like, yo, I ain't never heard him speak like this before. You know what I'm saying? So
did you ever have a problem holding back in the midst of you doing a flow or like speaking or never?
Funny enough, like, cause once you get in that zone, that's it.
So as soon as you're in that zone, it just
whoop. All thoughts, all that like shyness blocks out because now you in your little zone.
Right.
But it's once them lights is off and now you got to go back to, you know what I mean?
So it's more of like a euphoric moment, right?
You can say that. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
I feel like it could be from your ways of describing how you had a speaking problem and you kind of reframed, right, and held to yourself and kept to yourself. But it sounds like writing and just improv in the studio helped you exude all of the emotions that you kept locked like a Pandora's box.
100%. That 100%.
Right?
Exactly.
Dang.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's how you get songs like Paranoid, songs like Nuclear, and so on and so forth. You know, just.
So let's talk about the first time you ever freestyled. What age was that? And where were you located? You know what I'm saying? Like
probably like, probably like 12. Because I first started writing raps at 13. So probably like 12. But I wasn't really always a great freestyler. So like, I don't know. It just was a thing where I wasn't always doing it. But if I did do it, it was one of those things where it was more like a cipher, like with the homies, versus more so just, you know how rappers are jumping like random rap battles? Absolutely. Yeah, I was never that guy.
So you never just jumped in? And
nah, because I was too shy. Like sometimes my sister would be like, jump in. And I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Like, nah, I'm going to let them handle it.
And she'll be like, come on, you nice.
So you were humble.
Yeah.
You stay there. Now, did you ever have stage frights?
Yes, 100%. So
as an artist, that's one thing that you've consistently battled. Like, that's your double edge.
So one thing I want people to know is too, I moved out of Jersey and I was living in South Carolina.
Okay.
I used to do all the high school shows out there too. And that's how I really like got rid of my like stage fright. And then it went from that to graduating from that to actually like really doing shows, showcases, opening up, going from Charlotte, Atlanta, Richmond, VA, Lynchburg, VA, Miami.
You did shows.
All that, yeah. And this is just from the hustle. This ain't even from like, oh, my man know this dude. You know, This is not even from like networking. This is because they see the grind and they like, all right, cool. I'm gonna bring homie with me. You feel me? And then at first, when you doing like regular shows like that, you gonna get nervous because it's like, dang, none of these people know me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They don't know my songs. I might not even know the words to my songs right away. I might have just did the song. You know what I mean? So
that
in
does
my mind,
happen.
I'm like, yo, I gotta get this down. Like the whole ride there, just banging it. Cause I'm like, all right, bet. Cause when I get on stage, I gotta shut it down.
Right.
Cause I look at every performance basically is like, even if 5 people like what you did, that's 5 new fans now. And they gonna tell 5 people. And then your next show, they gonna pull up.
Yeah,
and then they gonna bring they 5 people that they told.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I never looked at it like, oh, if we do a show and 6 people there, we failed.
You still gonna do a show.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. You still gotta bring that, 100%. you know what I'm saying, don't half-ass it. I don't mean to curse, you know what I'm saying?
No, I curse. And
you know, yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you literally bought your whole A game, but how did you shut off that button? Like, like just because of the 5 people?
Nah, okay, so to
how did you overcome it?
Double back.
Yeah.
Just practice in the room, practice in front of the mirror, even learning how to hold a mic. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, they'll hold a mic and they'll hold it like that, like, you know what I'm saying, or like this.
Right.
So now you sound muffled.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So even like learning how to hold a mic was a thing, and I didn't know how to always hold the mic. Having good balance, having good stage presence, moving around while you on stage, not standing still like this and rapping like this. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
as an artist, how do you? I'm gonna ask you a real question.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Because I've been in a lot of open mics and I've been seeing this, and as a singer, that was brought up in a performing arts, high school, and went to college for singing, I have yet to see this. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
No doubt.
I have yet to see this. And it's just crazy to me that the audiences also agree to being perfect work. But have you ever been to open mics and then like artists have their own track and then they sing over their own track?
Like with
their
with
original
the lyrics
track. Yeah.
On it? Yes.
Do you personally do that?
So I have done it. I'm not against it. But I do like it when an artist can perform over just the beat versus over, you know,
exactly
the words.
Because I've been seeing that's a very trendy thing in the music industry.
Yeah.
And I'm not with it. Like I just no. So not with it.
I mean, I'm not against it because, you know, sometimes people mess up. You know, it is what it is.
Sometimes people mess up.
It's serious. I've messed up sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Like in the Broadway world.
Yeah,
if you mess up,
you can't pull that off, right? Yeah,
the show must go on.
Yeah,
you messed up, just keep going.
Yeah,
right. And that's just the show business mentality for me. That's just the radio show mentality for me. That's live action show mentality for me. No, not in the studio re-recording.
Right.
Oh, I messed up. Let me redo this.
Right.
You can't do that when you're on stage.
Right. Exactly.
So that's why I feel like it's a security blanket.
I got you.
I feel like it is. I feel like it's been.
That.
And that because it's a security blanket, now it's a trend, and now everybody's just doing it, and it's like hard to tell.
I look at it this way. I don't mean to cut you off though, but a lot of acts, let's say that do like headlining acts, sometimes they have to have a set like that or have their vocals in the back because you're doing a half an hour show. I'm not gonna say every artist is gonna go through that, but
right.
As a listener, I can't expect for every rapper or every singer to sing their song on cue, vocals on cue, as if they're in the studio, because it's a different performance. When I'm in the studio, I'm giving you the A game from an energy standpoint based off of what I'm writing down. When I'm giving you on stage is what I'm writing down, but I have to visually perform it now because you're seeing me versus in the studio, you're hearing me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like there's certain songs that artists sing better when they're live.
I agree.
With no support.
I agree.
Instead of them being in the studio because it's missing that energy that the crowd is giving them.
We spoke on Jay-Z.
Right.
He's one of the few artists I've seen that will not do a show with his vocals in the background. He'll say it like, nah, like I'm not doing that. But
that's what I'm trying to tell you is that's what I consider a true artist.
Yeah.
Anderson .Paak doesn't do that.
Got you.
Bruno Mars doesn't do that.
Got you.
There's a lot of great artists. Michael Jackson never did that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just had to. Okay.
That's a goat.
So
right there. Yeah.
Shaka Khan, all these people, right?
Yeah.
Why are we singing over our original tracks? It's because it's a trend. It's because it's a security blanket.
I agree.
I think that's the only reason.
I don't see nothing wrong with it though, but you know it is what it is.
I do because I feel like sometimes when I'm in a performance or when I'm seeing other artists perform live, it gets in the way of your words.
Got you.
It gets in the way of the meaning.
Got you.
And now I'm distracted because I'm listening to the original track
versus
you're just literally singing over it.
Yeah.
And it just loses substance to me. just take out your vocals, leave the backups for the fill-in,
Right.
leave all that.
Yeah.
But you don't need to just keep yourself there. And if you don't know
Gotcha.
the lyrics, you
Yeah.
got to work harder. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But because I don't
learn your music. Yeah.
Right, learn your music, because I don't see J. Cole doing that. I don't see Kendrick Lamar doing that.
Yeah.
They got he has a whole band. Kendrick Lamar has a
Yeah.
saxophone player, and they all perform live on the time.
On
like
cue at that. Yeah.
that's
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a lot of mediocre artists are asking. Not saying that you are.
Mm-hmm.
But just a lot of mediocre artists are asking and demanding for people to support them, but you're not really putting in the work. You're doing half-ass work, and you're content with it.
Yeah.
You're content with it, and you stay there because it works for you. So it's just like, that's why I always tell people, like, are you really doing enough for your art, or are you just comfortable?
I agree, because you gotta look in the mirror and know yourself what it is you're doing. Even jumping on platforms like yours, I don't see many artists from, not even just from the area, from wherever. Like, yo, I'm about to go jump on Reflections with VAL or this person. Like, we spoke on Jersey media. As far as for artists from Jersey, that was always my thing. That's really why I came back home too, because I said it's a lot of media platforms that I feel like a lot of artists that I know that wasn't really jumping on and saying, all right, bet I'm gonna be on this platform, because that's new faces who've never seen me before. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do it. That's why I'll bump into you, do my homework. You know what I'm saying? And
that.
you know what I mean? Like,
and you've been doing your homework. Let
I
me tell you,
appreciate
Young Bell is just doing his homework, bro. He's been consistent, and I appreciate you for coming on, brother.
Oh, yeah,
It really
100%.
does help.
100%.
When local, you support local, and as you were saying, Jersey, you came back to Jersey because you felt like there was more media and unity here versus where you were at? Like, what was that?
Yes. Also though, just from a personal standpoint, I just got homesick, and then it went from homesick to it making sense, as well as a lot of my both business and personal relationships was back up this way anyway, so it made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Versus
yeah.
like if I would, so you'll find me saying all the time, like if these same said people was in Miami, that's probably where we would be at right now. If they was in LA, that's probably where we would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I basically followed where it would make sense to bring this to the next level versus, you know, staying in that zone.
And then until you were out of it, and
Exactly.
you were like, I need the zone again.
Exactly.
And then you came back.
Exactly.
He said,
You know what I mean?
he's like, exactly.
You know?
No, I appreciate that. Now, when it comes down to a pain, depression, anxiety,
Okay.
any emotion that's negative in your life, in a period in your life, did you ever use any song, genre, or music to help you cope or get you out of it?
Yeah, rap and like R&B, a lot of soul, even jazz here and there. You know what I mean? Just really
But
bringing all those elements there. But
what time was that in your life? Like, that's what I'm trying to say, because every single person has a different trial.
So
my friend battled addiction.
Yeah.
My friend was brought up in addictions in his life, an abusive home.
Yeah.
So he had to escape through a certain way.
So for me, I would say like 16 was when it started, because that was when a lot of that family drama was going on. Real heavy trauma like feel. I don't want to really discuss so much on that because that's real personal. But yeah, from like 16 to like 23, even now still. But that was like you could say like that prime period, you know, from like 16 to like 23, where I'm just going through a lot. But yeah. And like what helped me was rap. And then that's when I started to really take rap super, super serious.
At 23 or?
Nah, 16.
16.
Yeah, because that's when I said, yup, I'm going to really do this. And then, yeah.
So you use music as a form of therapy?
Rest in peace, my man Dre. He was from Harlem too, funny enough. He passed away in like 2009. That's when I was 16. Yeah.
He passed away in 2009.
Yeah.
Wow, you making me feel old. 2009, I just got in high school. Yeah.
Or yeah. I was 16. I was a junior then.
Okay.
If anybody should feel old, it's me. I be feeling like it all the time. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Now, so you don't have a specific genre or song that helped you, like Earth, Wind and Fire?
Nah, because
it was just like,
it's a multitude. It's not necessarily like one song or one genre. I find so musically, I find inspiration in all of it. It's just not like I'll just play rap all day or I'll play R&B all day. You know what I mean?
Saying. But that's what I'm saying.
But there's not like one specific artist neither. It doesn't have to be. It's really like a multitude of them.
I feel like I'm asking a direct question into
okay.
What emotion did it target, right? So if someone is suffering from self-esteem,
depression.
Right. Okay, so depression?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what song helped you through your depression? Can you recite the lyric or the artist? Because for me, when I was depressed, and I've mentioned this before, I would listen to gospel music.
Okay.
And the certain gospel song that always made me feel like at peace from the age of 12 and on is Say Yes by Shekinah Glory.
Okay.
I could sing. I could be going through all kinds of torments in my life, but as soon as, it doesn't matter what age you play this song in, you play it anywhere, you got my attention.
So
you know what I'm saying? Like,
if we on that
right,
train, then I'm gonna say Smokey Norfolk. Life is not promised.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one that always hit here for me.
And even that guy Sam Cooke.
I would say Joe Budden playing our part. That was one
right
that
there.
got me.
Right there.
I would say Lloyd Banks died one day.
Lloyd Banks died one day.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
That was real heartfelt. Yeah, just cause like that was not the song was around the time, but the song was a little bit earlier. But when my man Dre died, that's how like that song really resonated with me again.
There's actually this song that made me think of like somebody losing a brother in the streets or in the block. And I actually shared it on my show, but I'm gonna present it again today because I feel like it's really dope. Yeah. It's like a really nice song. It gives me those vibes.
There's more, but I'm just going off the.
No, you're going off the dome. I feel that. Yeah. I literally understand. But now let's go on to the first time you performed.
Okay.
What was that like, and how old were you when you had your first performance in a live festival or stage?
14.
Okay.
At like, it was at like a high school talent show or whatever. I was nervous. And we won. That's the thing. I was nervous and we won. I was part of a group at this time. And funny enough, I didn't know my verse like that. I think I wrote the verse like 3 days before the show.
Yeah, that sounds some like I'm a G with it in writing.
Nah. I wasn't even on that type of time yet. I was not even on that type of time yet.
Yeah,
okay. I was just like, look. Everybody was like, yo, Bell, we waiting on your verse. I wasn't even Bell yet. That's the crazy part.
What were you then, if you don't mind? If you don't mind saying it.
So it went from D to little D. No. It went from little D because my name is De'Aaron.
Okay.
So it went from little D
and then
D to Demolish. I didn't even think of that name. Somebody gave me that because they was like, well, we just can't be screaming D. And then it went from Demolish to Young Bell. And Young Bell was because my cousin, he threw that name to me.
Aww.
And he was like, yo, every rapper got like, they rap name like have like a meaning with them. It's like personal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you right. So then he was like,
he did the chin.
Yeah. He did the chin. I'm like, Young Bell. I was like, man, that sound corny. He was like, nah. I said, but everybody got little and youngness and you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I ain't feeling that. And then it went, and then after a while, it stuck to the point where everyone calls me that. People who know my name will call me Bell. Like, got my name, like, in their phone, Bell. Like, it just stuck.
And you just never
I've been
left
Bell
it.
ever since. Yeah, I've been Bell ever since I've been like 15. Bell.
Yeah, I don't like Demolish like that. I feel like Demolish
yeah,
was
that was corny. Yeah. When I think about it, right? Like, who gonna call me that? Like, so yeah.
Again, right. But, it was fun.
Live and you learn, you know?
You live and you learn, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like every rapper or singer who has a stage name goes through their hurdles of names before they hit that one that sticks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. To be honest, I've always been Michelle.
Yeah.
I've always been Michelle my whole life. Even when I performed, Michelle. Mm. But I felt like there were so many Michelles in this world.
Exactly.
There's Chrisette Michelle. Right. There's K Michelle. Yeah. I was like, my middle name is Alyssa. There's a lot of Alyssas. I'm like, I can't do this. Yeah. So Val came for my last name. And ironically, I just left it ever since. I just wanted it to be Val. I wanted it to be simple because I've seen that like a lot of people have these one syllable names, like soul and R&B artists, her,
right?
It's like all these people like her, and I was just like, what is these one syllable? But I was with it, I wasn't hating. I was just like, I gotta hop on the whole one syllable name too, because I want to be like that.
But it also meant, funny enough, but it also meant something personal for you, because Val, your last name.
Valerio, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Valerio, so it's deep, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to you, cuz, Shout out to
Shout out my cousin.
Yes, giving the name to Young Val. You know what I mean?
You know who you are, but yeah.
So you went to the festival. You were ready. Everybody knew you as Young Bell then, or did they know you as Lil D, or
they probably knew
you.
They probably knew me as like half Demolish, half Bell, because this is at the point where like Bell about to come in. Like it ain't even like Demolish yet. I mean, it ain't even Bell yet. Like,
so were you in the crowd singing Demolish?
Nah. You know what's funny? I had missed. Okay, so I was so nervous. I went in the bathroom and I prayed, and I was shaking. Yeah, I was praying. I said, God, like, just like, let me get a good show. And then I'm listening. I'm like, oh. So I'm realizing they on stage performing. So I'm like, oh, let me run out there. So I'm running out there, and right when I ran out was when my verse came on. And but they ain't like say my name. No, one person did say my name in that record, but
right.
But I was so nervous. I remember like looking at the crowd and then like looking away because I couldn't like take the feeling of like someone kind of looking at me and just going like this, as they looking like I'm here and they just sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Like with a serious stare, blank face, and I'm just like this. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, but yeah, 14.
Wow, that was a beautiful story. So you were shaking, but then
scared, but it went from scared to like block out the noise, all noise. And I remember my man Ildega looking at me like, bro, don't mess this up, because they was older than me, so they like, little bro, don't mess this up.
Little bro, don't mess this up. We put a lot of hope on you, bro.
Yeah, like, come on, because your verse is third. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had the meat and potatoes of this record. Like,
right. It's up to you now to close it. Are you ready to close it? Cause
it was 4 verses. I'm like, thank God that my verse is like, it's pretty quick. But then I realized the beat was longer than expected, so I had to add on more lyrics. That's why I was messing up when we was practicing. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I just learned this part of the verse. If I mess this up,
right,
that's it.
Did you hit the studio first before the stage, or the stage?
Nah, so we didn't. As far as like which one we did first, as far as getting in the booth. Me personally.
You personally.
I got in the booth first before I ever got on stage.
Okay.
That
explains.
Yeah, I didn't like how my voice sounded either.
In the booth or just in general?
Both, yeah, just period.
Yeah, I can imagine the performing and just like, damn, what's this voice?
Yeah, because you're not used to hearing yourself.
Even now,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like you're not like now. I love how I sound, but funny enough, so ironically, I get a lot of points for my voice. Like, you'll hear people say, oh, Bell, you got a distinctive voice, or Bell, you got a voice that's like unique. And back then, I didn't feel that way about myself, hence the low self-esteem part. So I started recording so much because of the fact that I had to learn to get used to my voice.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't record enough, I wouldn't get used to hearing myself.
And do you think that you wouldn't have even gone to a performance?
100%.
Wow.
Because
that's deep.
Why go in the studio and not like your voice and performing like your voice? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. It's kind of like you're pulling yourself. Yeah, you're pulling teeth or something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, all right.
What do you think are traits of an artist that's insecure?
Say that one more time.
What do you think are traits of artists who are insecure, that battle insecurities?
I would say like shyness or like standoffish, but anyone can really be that when you're doing this, just because.
Yeah,
you know,
I would say that we're hard on ourselves.
That's definitely. I feel like that should be every artist, and I know every artist ain't like that, but that should be every artist. But yeah, I would say that.
I feel like we're hard on ourselves. Insecure artists who are insecure. I feel like an audience that did that stare that you just did.
Yeah, the blank stare.
That right there would have insulted their work, because they would have taken that as they're not
Personal.
Interested. Correct.
Yeah.
They would have taken it very personal when it's not personal. It's
Exactly.
just, this girl's just winning on a show
Mm-hmm.
that we promised we were going to give her.
And one thing I feel like,
it's not saying that she doesn't like your music right now.
Exactly.
It's just every audience has a different ambiance, different energy that exudes out, and you just have to conform with that audience.
100%.
And I feel like an artist who's insecure is going to take every single audience, every single attribute thing before a performance, before it's even the way that they're welcomed in the event. It's like, oh, they didn't welcome me with flowers. I'm over here performing for their event.
But they don't know you neither.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're not the headlining act where people are breaking their necks to come see you. So you have to go to the show. Once again, you have to go to the show, even if it's 4 people, and make them 4 people go, yo, I fuck with Val. I'm about to go listen to her joint. Or yo, I fuck with Bell. I'm gonna go listen to his joint.
An artist
I'm
who's
gonna go watch
insecure,
his video. They gonna be like, it's only for. I've seen. I've done shows and I've seen artists go, it's only 4 people,
and that's those people.
Like,
that's what
they
I'm
gonna
saying.
be the 4 though. Cause so a wise man once always said to me too, your first 100 fans will be the hardest, and I know that. I feel that.
Your first
100 fans will be the hardest.
Yeah, they will.
Because you have to convince them to like you, and then convince them to tell they homeboys or homegirls that they gotta like you too. Mm-hmm. Because they gonna take their word for it, and then when they check you out, they gonna be like, you know what? Yo, Val is hard though.
Yeah.
You know,
Val is hard.
You know,
Val and Val.
Val got some joints over there. You know what I mean?
Val got something going on over there.
You know, so yeah, your first 100 will be hard, but that's where I feel like that's too. Social media make a lot of artists not want to keep going with this neither, because you'll see artists get at a point where they go and have these stories and say, oh, I only been rapping 6 months, and they on. And then you got the guy that's been rapping for 15 years. He was like, psh.
And he's not on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you see the guy who been rapping for 6 months with 100,000 followers. He just got, 550 outside. You know what I mean? It's lit. It's lit.
But I feel like the younger gen has amazing promotion work.
I agree to that.
And I think that's what the millennials are lacking. Instead of y'all focusing on the likes, views, and how they getting them numbers up, work smarter. Research.
Yeah.
How can I get my likes to 100 or my followers to 100? And Clubhouse is a very nice tool.
I agree to that.
And they have influencers that will tell you and advise you on what made their follower base grow or their posts grow. And yes, guess what, guys? You have to invest in yourself.
That's another thing. Artists feel like, even doing your show, oh, I got to do this for free, or oh, but you're paying for the beats, you're writing your songs, you go into the studio, mix, master, CD cover. Well, maybe not CDs anymore, but still your album cover, your video shoots, location. A lot of times, you know, you really don't have to, just, you know, do your thing. But if you want women in there, you know what I'm saying, models or whatever, you know what I'm saying,
video vixens, you know,
we're gonna pay them too, you know what I mean. There's never been a time where I've done a video and you'll see a woman in there and she did it for free.
Absolutely not.
I'll even up the bar and say, listen, how much you willing to take? Because I can give you what I think should be reasonable, but I want to make sure that you treat this as work as much as I do.
Yeah, but they're not thinking of it. An insecure artist wouldn't think of it as I'm investing in myself.
100%.
They would think of it
I'm spending too much money.
Exactly. Damn, this is a good ass topic.
Nah, because listen, we talk about this all the time, you know, me amongst my guys, you know what I mean? Like, and it's real. And even artists who are not necessarily insecure, but I'll say, for lack of a better term here, I'm sorry, to up their ass.
Arrogant or egotistical.
Yeah. Like, you'll have an artist who'll have a song with a much bigger artist, or not even much bigger. You could say a little bit bigger, and they'll feel like, you know what, doing your video, it ain't worth it, or doing the song ain't worth it because I got a video with this person, or I got a song with this person. You know what I mean? Versus where, again, not to toot my horn here, but I treat everything related to music as work. Even me doing this with you, this is work still. This is not a thing where I'm bullshitting with you. You know what I'm saying? This is real work because you see this set, you see the atmosphere, how we treating it. This is actual work. This is not a thing where, you know, we hear bullshitting. You know, people make a living off of doing what we're doing right here. You know what I'm saying? So why should I treat it like shit if you ain't gonna treat it like shit? You know what I mean?
Touche.
So, you know, I just feel like some, not all, but some artists, whether rapper, singer, whoever, treat your craft like you really like you own already. Treat it like you own already.
Yeah. Don't be comfortable.
Right. Treat it like you made it already.
Don't be half-assing your talent.
So still work. You know what I'm saying? Still go and do your promos like what we doing right now. Still go and shoot your videos. You know what I'm saying? Be professional too.
And even my life story now, like, in me doing what I'm doing with my show, is a testament to what we're speaking on right now. Is that I should be an insecure, focused on what other podcasts or what other radio stations are doing that are up already, but that's not what I've been focusing on. I've been focusing on the message, the purpose behind what I've wanted to do this in the first place, right? And I quite frankly don't care if I have to sleep in the park, if I have to be a bum, if I if I have to be sleeping in my car, if I have to travel wherever I need to travel. You guys have been seeing me move. Like, I don't care. I will do what I need to do because my passion is being able to speak, edify, be insightful, you know what I'm saying? And heal others through music, through your life story, through my life story. You know, it's a matter of unifying that, because I feel like social distancing just like really fucked that up for us. Like, I'm not going to hold you. Like, we're all like, no, we can't talk to nobody. We're like emotionless, 100%, honestly. 100%. It's like, because we need that unity. We need to have that common denominator. And going through all that, I want to talk about the song that you wrote during a tough time in your life, and that's Paranoid, right? We were going to speak on that. And I wanted to know why you wrote that song and the meaning behind it for the audience to know.
So I wrote that record because rest in peace, my grandfather Duke. He passed away in 2019, March 31st. Yeah, so I wrote that record because he passed away. And okay, so funny enough, right? I was still living in South Carolina when he died. Yeah. So before he died, him and my grandmother both passed away. But before he passed, I remember being on the phone probably like 3-4 months maybe before he died. And I was saying to him, I'm going to be back home. So by the time I come back home, he and my grandmother, they're no longer here. So it made me like really.
Him and your grandmother. So
yeah,
your grandmother,
his wife. Yeah.
His wife was the first one.
Nah, he was the first one.
And then his wife.
Yeah, that's why.
A year after?
No. This is like 5, 6, 7 months maybe.
7 months after?
Yeah, this is around like 5 or 6 months after. Yeah.
So you mean to tell me
he passed and then she followed right behind?
You know what's crazy? In a grief book, I read that.
Okay.
I read that because I lost my fiance boyfriend at the time.
Oh man.
And him and I were together for 2 years. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I had dealt with my transitions of grief.
Mm-hmm.
And so I read a book, and that book told me that spouses and marriages, especially like the longer that you were in a relationship, like it's literally statistically proven that
you can't live without them.
You literally cannot live without them. So when they die, like within a year after that death, literally that's like the limitation or the duration. They say that the second one is gonna go with them too, and I'm like, damn, that hit me.
So in the song, I say, grandma stressing, knowing. I say, grandma stressing, knowing everything about him. Now I'm hoping she can live on without him. That's the final thing that I say upon that song. And to basically top that off, when she passed, I wrote the title song for my project, Truly Yours, shameless plug, Truly Yours. And in the song, I'm basically displaying how he passed and then you pass. And now I have no one to really go to from that side of my family. That's my Sumner side, my biological father. That's his family.
Oh, that's his family.
Yeah. That's his mother and his father. They both passed. Yeah.
And you knew them, right?
I knew them. Me and my father, we know each other, but it's not a bad relationship, but it's not like the best, I'll say.
I got you with that. My father too. Yeah. So we're gonna.
And crazy enough too, real quick. I lost the ex too. This was like a little bit before that. It's like 2015. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, she passed in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, she passed in like 2015, and then right behind that in like January going into 16, my man Rico, he was from Queens. He passed. So all these losses was affecting me in ways where, hence why you'll always hear me say, this project, Truly Yours, was my most vulnerable up till now, because I relayed all these thoughts and all this pain and depression, anxiety, and all these things that I was going through. Yeah. Into
this album,
EP.
Yeah. Yes. But dang, that's crazy. Yeah. So that's how many? 4 people? 5 people?
Yeah. I mean, there's more, but like every year, somebody who I was real, either super close with or just like real good friends with, was just going.
So COVID happened before COVID happened.
Yeah, basically. We've been social distancing from everybody.
Like they were like, "Oh, y'all really dealing with that?" I already dealt with my devs.
Yeah. So my stepfather, he jokes with me. He says, "You've been social distancing. I don't know why you are now. You've been not messing with nobody."
Right, because at that point you're like, "Damn, it's gonna come for me too." Like,
nah, like serious talk. A lot of people, they be saying that, like, not that we wishing this, because we don't want to speak on that, but someone said to me before, death follows you like it's a thing, and I'm like, well, my stepfather always said, you live long enough, more people gonna keep going, so you just got to keep going and living.
Yeah, you can't give up, because
you can't let death or something as natural
they're no longer
as that to
right.
You know, break you down.
I don't feel like
and leave you down.
Right. I don't feel like they're no longer physically here, but they're gonna be here
100%,
after. So
100%.
like, you got a guardian angel, you got someone watching you, believe it or not, and you got a whole table, like the Last Supper table, waiting for you in heaven.
Yeah,
that's how I see it.
Yeah,
and like, we just gotta really hone in on that, the fact that they're watching us, you know, and make our life count. Because 9 times out of 10, they can't pick a ticket or go to Paris. They can't be on a roller coaster. They can't fly out of a plane because they're dead.
Right.
So why not live our life to the fullest for them? Like, that's just what gets me going every day, honestly.
Yeah, real.
Like, for real. Like, I know there's times where I'll be weak and I'll be in my emotions and I'll be crying because, you know, when we're human, it's okay to feel these things. Yeah. Just don't ignore them, right? And I was crying. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I thought of my fiance in the back, and he would be like, wow, yo, what you doing?
Yeah.
You stronger than this, babe.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah.
You got this.
Yeah.
And moments like that are like, all right. Like, I get up and I do what I got to do. Yeah. It's just a weird feeling. Like, we don't have to physically have him here, but like,
you'll feel it.
Yeah, like you'll feel it.
So when my ex, when she passed, there was a tree that was in front of the house, and it was basically like dead. Like, leaves was broken off. Like, it was finished. The next day, it lit up. Like, it bloomed and everything. Like, all the leaves was blooming again. I said that was her, letting me know that she was okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Because I broke down. You know?
As you should.
Know what I mean? I broke down.
That was her saying, like, yo, I got you. Yeah. Dude, I got chills as you said that. Like,
I'm good. Yeah.
Did you write a song
for her? Nah, I haven't yet. Who knows though? We'll see. You know, so that's another thing too. Real quick, I don't like to force music. So like, even with songs like Paranoid and stuff, these songs came about as I was making the project, the project was actually finished. Those songs got added on, and then other songs got scrapped off.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
You know what I mean?
Last minute fix.
Yeah, like pulling this out, put this over here. Yeah, so that but yeah.
So that's exactly how it works. I don't know. That's my process.
Yeah, that's always how it is. It's so many songs that I have that probably no one will ever hear, or if you do hear, I won't be here. Because
he said I won't be
living. Yeah, like I won't be here with y'all, but you know, you'll hear it
that's
somehow. Deep. Nah, because like some songs you outlive, like where like you'll hear it and be like, oh, I don't even sound like that no more. Or you know what I'm saying? Like she'd be like, yeah, but we ain't putting that out.
We just gonna leave that
that's
there.
In the vault, but that'll stay there until, you know.
That's what happened with Kendrick Lamar's all of his Untitled. He literally never dropped any of his Untitled songs, and he just dropped a whole like EP of it like years later, because I guess the 100 fans that you were talking about were demanding it.
Nah, that's like, how it is. That's how it is. Yo, day ones, like people. Okay, there's when you blow up, there's gonna be there will be fans who will say, "I've been messing with Young Bell since Brunswick Star." Whoever those people are, they're gonna tell they 15 friends. Who will just now like Young Bell, like, yo, Young Bell fire. What you mean? I've been on Bell since.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. Is those that you got to be careful with, because they've known you since you were in North Carolina. Because I know some people that know J. Cole since he was in, you know, working. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know J. Cole till later on. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. The only reason why I got into J. Cole was because my fiance was giving him respects and saying that
he fired. Yeah.
He was fired. And I was like always brushing it off, like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then, yo, I kid you not, the album that helped me cope with grief was For Your Eyes by J. Cole.
Really?
The year that he passed, he dropped that album. Wow. Like the year he passed. And that whole album was literally like, I felt like it was written in homage to him, to his life story. It's crazy.
If we going off that, I'm going to say Born Sinner, because the year that album came out, 2013, I was homeless for a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Born Sinner was that album for you?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? That one was a good album.
It was. Very.
It had that Miguel song, right?
Yeah, power trip and all that. Yeah. See, now too, as an artist, I'll listen to like albums and like bodies of work, and I'll be like saying to myself, "Oh, you could tell he put a lot of thought in with this project," or you could tell he.
Yo, that's so true.
You know what I mean?
You be looking at it way different. Yeah. You be like, oh, okay, I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear
like,
that little ding in the back.
Yeah, like I be finding myself doing that because I do that with myself. So now it's like I'm always in that artist bag when I'm listening to people's music.
That's how
I can't get out of it now.
Yeah, it's
like versus just listening to it as a fan, where it's like, yeah, I like that song. Where I'm like, yeah, the song was hot, but he probably could have said this better, or did this better, or said it like this.
He was lazy with the mixing.
Yeah.
Right. I be hearing all that too now, but definitely For Your Eyes was there because For Your Eyes is literally was about convicts and people coming out of prison and my man did some time, you know what I'm saying? But he never told nobody.
Gotcha.
He was clean. He was a manager by the time I was with him. But
gotcha.
That album literally spoke about his life. Flowetry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, Flowetry.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That song helped me through a lot of grief. I don't care.
See that. I can see that.
I just felt like
you got that Flowetry vibe. I can see that. Yeah.
All right.
Marsha Ambrose.
Yeah. Marsha Ambrose. Yo, her voice, and I'm getting chills just thinking about that album already. I don't know why. Like, it just helped me like be in this euphoric in my mind place where I didn't have to think about my emotions. You know, you have those albums.
Oh yeah.
So whenever shit happens in life, I'm like, let me bring one of these albums back.
Got you, yeah.
To like not think of my emotions right now. Put me in this meditative state.
And then
please.
some songs do bring me in that emotion where I just start breaking down, and I'll let it play. Not even because sometimes people hear songs break down and then be like, I don't want to hear it no more.
Yeah, right.
I'm the type. I'm like, nah, let it go because that gotta get all this out.
Yo, sometimes depending on what the song is, I'm gonna be real with you. I had to cut it off. I had to be like, damn, I'm not ready right now.
You think of an ex, you be like, nah. I'm good.
Like,
one of my friends got that going on right now. You know who you are. She'll hear a certain song and be like, yeah, no, I can't hear that. Or I gotta hear that because I'm thinking about this person. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
that's what we're on.
Yeah, that's what we're on.
But I get it because I got songs like that myself. But I'm a laid back guy, so it's I'm a Virgo, so we're very chill.
Don't tell me you're a Virgo.
Yep. Sun and moon.
No.
Yes.
Way.
Yes.
Drop the bomb. Okay.
Big Virgo. Hey.
Yeah. I can't believe we have a Virgo in the house.
Yeah.
I have a bad history with Virgos.
Really? We're great. When we want to be.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to put that on you, but because you've been nice, young belt.
Oh, of course.
You've been very nice,
Thanks.
And your music is great.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
But you're welcome. But yeah, my history with Virgos, bro, I don't know. I just gotten straight fuck boys.
Okay.
Straight fuck boys. I'm not going to hold you. Like, they'll say that.
I'm zoomed in on the conversation.
Right.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
So, like, they'll say that they have this, like, vision and this, like, whole expectation of a relationship, right? They'll lead the girl on, from my experiences. Manipulate. They're so perfect and organized in that. Yeah. So, of course, they're perfect at manipulating and saying anything that they have to do to get their way. And then that's exactly what happens. And once they get their way...
See ya.
Yeah. See ya. And the Virgo gang has not been nice to me.
I mean,
the Virgo gang has had
they're safe to say they're very good at what they do.
Yeah, because you guys take very care of your schedule and make sure that no one knows.
Very much true.
And most of them are unfaithful. Let's be real.
That's TBD on that. But no, I mean, you got to check people's birth charts with that. I mean, just because, your sun sign is only what people see on the outside. It's your I don't know how we got. Well, yeah, we're here now.
Yeah.
We're here. Your sun sign is what people see on the outside. So it's really, literally of what you just see.
Okay.
The moon
is your emotions.
Yes.
Your rising is how people perceive you to be.
100%.
And then your sun is who you are.
Yes.
Your sun is your personality.
Yeah.
But
as a Virgo, though, it's the details that I like.
What do you mean?
So
Details.
as far as like, yes, the sun is who you are, and it's what I see when I'm looking at you. But
The perspective.
yes,
Your heart.
it's the small things that'll make me go, okay, that's really you.
Okay.
What I'm seeing is just what you're showing me. But what's here is really who you are.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
The sun could really be literally what the sun is, out in the open. It's like a mask. But then when you pull that mask off, it's what's outside that we don't see. It's what's inside that we don't see, is what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Now we're going to go into our music
Let's do it.
therapy segment. We're going to play Young Bell's song first. Or do you want to play the other artists? Because we got an artist from Chicago. We got an artist from Garfield, New Jersey.
Okay.
And, of course, you.
Okay. We can, let me ring off, man. You know how we here. I'm here. You know what I mean?
He said I'm here. So we going to do my song.
Yeah. So, but real quick, this is my record, Paranoid. Off my project, Truly Yours. Shot by Quest God. Shout out Quest God.
Quest.
Yeah. This song, this project, but this song really meant a lot to me. So I want y'all to listen, watch, however.
And this was just the song that he was just talking about.
Yeah.
With his grandparents and,
yeah.
and that. So we're going to definitely see that. Just make sure it's up. Hold on.
Yeah. See, I just want to give you a little piece of me. Maybe just, a little piece of me just might build you up, you feel me? Look, they say silence is golden. I'm crying in the dark, heart's broken, it's frozen, shattered from all the scars. Now I'm an open book, release myself when the pain open. When you hear this, maybe you can relate. I wish I went and spoke to my grandfather more. And my nigga Dre, I know they looking down on me. It's like every year I'm losing somebody closely, sitting paranoid, no wonder I'm always by my lonely. It's like I walk amongst my friends and still nobody noticed me. Too quiet to speak up, emotions really took over me. Success is all I want, motivation done molded me. Niggas playing boss, it pains them to oversee. I oversee my niggas while leading the way. Always learn from the next on the quest to get paid. Niggas left you stranded shelf like a bookcase. Selfish motives in their heart never left niggas astray. Broke up with my ex, she always give me anxiety. My paranoia kicking, can't trust these niggas, it's irony. The same ones you dap will be the same ones who clap you. That's why your circle small, gotta know who to adapt to. Pray God for peace, so wife you can come and grab you. She eat forbidden fruit below hanging from Adam's apple. Never trust a hoe, always gotta keep your distance. Never overshare, most will tell in an instant. It's instinct when jealousy is human nature. And envy rules the world, they wanna stick you for your paper. I wake up with a blessing, it's shameful that you don't see. Pain in your heart, does it pain you to see me bleed? My pops left me, never shed a tear. Always left in confusion, will he ever come near? Grandpa was the strongest, but cancer had a rematch. It killed him, sent him home. Damn, I couldn't believe that shit. My voice trembling, I'm crying on the phone, wishing I could hear his voice again. I should've went back home. Shit, grandma was stressing, knowing everything about him. And now I'm hoping she could live on without him. That she could live on without him. I'm hoping that she could live on without him. I'm hoping that she could live on without him. Losing your true love, that's some shit I never fathomed. Rest in peace. Love. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring you the red one, but nobody let me know, so I brought you both. Pops, I just want to let you know that I love you and I miss you. I want to see you on the other side, brother.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was very beautiful.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That was my man.
First of all, I want to just tell you that, like, I thought you were Asian.
Yo, let me tell you.
Like, I don't know why.
My man Chief is going to love this. Okay, so if you look at my baby pictures, right? Everyone. My mother has some explaining to do, by the way.
Okay.
All of the pictures have a chinky-eyed baby Young Bell.
Okay.
All of them. But no, maybe somewhere down there, you know, maybe somewhere we don't know yet.
Yeah,
but everyone gets that off. Like, yo, Bell, you sure you don't got a Asian pops? I don't know, man. From what I know,
like, bro, I remember looking at like the whole time. Mm-hmm. That's why when I was gonna walk past you today,
yeah, I know. I'm like, it's me. I'm here.
I hit him up. I was literally looking for him, like, dang, where's this young man? I was like, I gotta find him, yo. He got that 1% on that phone. Let's find him.
My phone was dying.
And he made it, bro. Thank God. But I was just like, I was literally going past him because this logo, I was like, yo, all right, you know, he's nice. Like, I was like, okay, you got a little tan on him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You literally have my brother's complexion.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the whitest one in my family. Is bad.
That's cool. Listen, I'm probably the lightest out of my family. Everyone, I was much lighter than this.
You were.
Yeah, but then, you know, I moved down south and got real brown.
Real brown, you know what I'm saying? Now, the next song we're going to share on your roster is called Nuclear.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Nuclear. When did you write that? And what's it about?
When did I write that? Sometime in 2019. I can't remember the month. I know I'm very good at stuff like that. I'm like historian. That's what they call it. But
a little historian.
Yeah. I don't want to toot my horn with that, but yeah, I got good memory. Virgos have good memory, but yeah, shameless plug on that. But so I wrote the record. Shouts to Automatic. He done did records for Lloyd Banks, Fab, Red Cafe, Ace Hood, a few others. So funny enough, me and him, we've done overall 6 records. Yeah, 6. He did 4 from my previous project, Sincerely Yours. Then he did 2 from Truly Yours. So out of the 4 from Sincerely Yours was Nightmares, Nights, Possible, and this record I have called Games. Then he did Nuclear and another record I got caught Every Time. So when I did the song Nuclear, I wasn't even going to make a full song.
You weren't.
It was literally just going to be raps. Like just me like rapping, just barring you to death. And then it went from like writing raps, like just barring you to death to as the song is going, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking of a hook. And then that's when the hook started to come about. And then boom, the verse came. How I got Puerto Rich on the record, for everyone who don't know, Puerto Rich is like one of my big brothers. Like I've known Puerto Rich since I was like 17 maybe. So every year I would be back in Jersey just bumping in with these guys, and Puerto Rich was one of them. So he would always school me on certain things that I probably didn't know yet. So, but not one time did I run down on Puerto Rich to say, yo, let's do a song. It was never like that. He knew that I rapped. He knew I was making music, this, that, and the third, but it was never a time where I said, yo, Porter, let's do a record. I never wanted to rush my features. That's another thing. That's a little gem there. Don't rush no work with no artists. Just let it flow.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Nah, seriously.
Appreciate it.
Because
let me just get a
real quick. Yeah.
Right.
Do your thing. I like that.
Because come on now, that's a gem
seriously,
right there.
Don't rush your features because you could do a song with someone and you can give them as much money as you want, and if it don't really fit what they want, they're not gonna put the same energy into that same said song that you will. So when me and Porter Rich did this record, I literally got him on the song because I listened to his music. So it made me say, you know what, that's another thing. Don't force a feature and you don't listen to that person's music, because you got to know what they like so you can get them on the record that's going to fit. So when I got Porter Rich on the record, I knew it would fit him because I play his music like I'm one of his fans, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that I'm not, but yeah. So I'm trying to think, when did I hit him up? I think I did the song and then hit him up the next day. And I was like, bro, I got this record for you. What's it gonna take to get you on the song? And then we did that, and then boom, song was done. And then it took a while to do the video, only because I had recently moved back up this way, Walking on Faith. We'll get on that too.
Wow, Walking on Faith.
Yeah, Walking on Faith. Me moving back up this way, I was real nervous, depressed, and everything like that. But Nuclear wasn't even going to be the first video for this project. It happened to be the first video because it made sense. But literally, we did the song. I put the song out in like May of last year, 2020. We did the video in August. The video came out at the end of August. By October, November-ish was when I had rapped for DJ Who Kid. Ooh. And then Who Kid was like, yo, rap again. So I rapped again. And then his man Kid, he was with him. If y'all know who that is, he was on the song Miss Officer with Lil Wayne, and then went with G Unit years later. But me and him have a solid relationship. That's my man. So Who Kid hears the song. Well, he hears me rapping and goes, yo, you got like songs and stuff? So the song that I sent him was Nuclear. And then he played it on Shade 45. And then the homie Kid was there. He was there to confirm who I was and confirm my relationship with him. So that's another gem. Nurture your relationships, because you never know where that will bring you later on.
Yeah, that's true. No matter if you agree with them or not.
Right.
Like if they have the connections and they got business and they're willing to do work with you, then do it. Do the work.
So
yeah, I agree
that played a big part. And then Porter's homeboy, DJ Caesar, him and Who Kid, they're good friends. So it all like circled back to me and him, knowing the people that we all know. Right. So I feel like that was a plus on all levels. So yeah.
Okay.
Nurture that for real.
Let's see.
You never know where that will lead you. But yeah, this is my
on.
song Nuclear, featuring Porter Rich, produced by Automatic, shot by Quest God. Let's get it.
The E Producciones.
What up, Bell?
Automatic.
Talk my shit, man. Yeah.
It's the face for me.
Yeah. Jersey, look, niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck. Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear. Niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck. Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear. Okay, check it, as you know I'm going nuclear. Tryna stack cheese, cause you know I'm on my units up. Niggas flabbergasted, always asking Bell how. The media be writing about me, say they love my style. I'm focused on my grind, trying to get it. You stumble off your pivot, silly nigga, the ceiling is your limit. Never lose, always winning. It's the lesson that I learned. Save the bread for the grind ahead, you can always earn. I'm on a money mission, you pouting and you bitching, playing and you pissing off niggas that's in position. That's how you miss the goal. I always play my role. I'm a cheese packer, always on money mode. Look, niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck. Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear. Niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck.
That's right.
Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear.
It's a safe in every room, and a gun in every safe. Things know just what we chase. While them suckers running place. Blinky blue bill, eating, new deal, meeting. Stripping for the weekend. Courtside, seating. Major never, minor hen, that's just a minor. Shorty black with China hen. Life don't get no finer. We living on this side. Need rings to get this fly. I keep the 4/5 by, cause I don't let shit slide. I told Better Fell ain't got a chance. If we show up, they can stare, they can glance. But these bands ain't gon' slow up. All the fans, they gon' know us. Cause we gon' sell out arenas out the mud with dirty money. Now it's funny how we clean up.
Niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck. Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear. Niggas getting money, you cloud chasing stupid, bruh. Tryna stack cheese, you know I'm on my units up. Focus on position, no need for wishing petty luck. Blowing bombs, Hiroshima going nuclear.
Yeah, that was good. I like your tone.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, your tone is different.
Yeah.
Like the way that you deliver verses and come off.
Yeah.
Have you been told that before?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that was my point. Like, I hated my voice. And then it went from me hating my voice to loving my voice to now everyone else is loving my voice.
You sound like that guy. I don't know how to explain it. Like, the tone that you kind of give me a similarity of is it's not Akon, but Akon has been working with him. It's some guy.
Red Cafe.
Is it that?
That's the only artist I could think of who worked with him, like, real close, that has like a similar voice.
Yeah, right?
Because French Montana don't got a similar voice like me. And he worked close with
Akon, right? So it has to be him.
It might be Red.
Yeah,
I get Red. I got Havoc before. I get Lloyd Banks all the time.
But that's those are the only, and I don't think there's a rapper
Game.
right now. Yeah.
I've got Game before. But again, I want viewers and everyone to know this too. Like, I don't make my voice sound this way. This is my voice. I used to speak with this girl years ago. We was like young. We was like 14, 13 even. And I remember I had her on the phone and she was like, "You sound grown on the phone." And I said, "I've had this voice since 8.
Damn. No, because it just gives me that. Yeah. It's a different voice.
Yeah, nah. I get that a lot.
Not bad,
it's
though.
like real
it's just like,
distinct. Yeah.
It's just like one of those distinct voices. Like,
yeah, no, I get that a lot.
Like John Legend and John Mayer.
That's
like
good,
that's their voices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those, you could try to emulate John Legend, but we will literally could tell that it's not them.
But that's a good thing too, though, because when you hear a song, you will know, oh, that's Young Bell.
Yeah. Honestly,
yeah.
That's why I told Joe that I figured he was gonna be in it, because he loves that gritty, gritty, that I'm gonna pour my heart into a verse.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We got songs for the ladies and all that too. People be trying to joke on me that I be in love, but I be talking about all type of stuff.
Nah, but he just doesn't like the new rap age. Yeah, that's why
the like mumble stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I like all that too though. Everything, it's like a salad bar.
I'm aware that you do, but I'm just letting you know that your sound doesn't sound like that, and that's how I knew that he was gonna like your shit. Because you don't always make it about mumble. I'm sure that if you wanted to be a mumble track, you could make it. You know what I'm saying? But
I got songs like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Which to me is that's an artist who's very diverse, who can do all kinds of things in the pot, not just box themselves in.
Exactly.
So without further ado, I'm gonna share the next artist.
Let's do it.
He is Buhepra. Buhepra, you guys have obviously, who've been listening to my show, I shared him before. He is a Chicago-based artist.
Shout out to Chirac.
And shout out to Chirac. I don't know who you are, but But Buhepra is doing a challenge. He is his own producer, his own videographer. He comes up with the concepts himself. He's a father.
That's tough.
So he has a lot on his plate for him to be doing this full time.
One-man band.
Yeah, one-man band. So he has this challenge going on right now called 52 Songs in 52 Weeks. Right now he's
tough.
in song 20, if I'm not mistaken.
Someone did talk about that.
Yes, he's in song 21.
Okay.
Yeah. Altercation is what he calls them. And so we're going to share the song that he just dropped recently.
So basically dropping a song a day.
A week.
Got you.
52 songs.
Song a week.
52 songs in 52 weeks.
Got you.
That's one song a week.
Is it one song on every Friday or is it just like random?
It's always random.
Okay.
Like, it's just be aware that Buhepra is going to drop a song. He dropping.
But that's good though.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I've been sharing him. Okay. Because I love his consistency, his determination, and the fact that he's just focused on his art and what he envisions in his mind, as to opposed to allowing the social media standards to affect his mojo.
He's feeding his following.
Correct. Not even his following. I would say he's just feeding the purpose.
Okay.
It's bigger than him.
That.
I think he's just going off like, I had a vision. Yeah. Somebody told me that I should do, and I'm gonna do it. And then like he's just been in it. Like I said, he's a father. He doesn't got time to do this shit.
Right.
But he's making the time.
He's making time.
So I just admire that. So we're gonna. I haven't listened to this one.
Okay.
I listened to the others. So we're gonna listen to it together.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey yo, I met her on a cloudy day. Hit her with the howdy, hey, my name is Boo Kep. Where in the world just smile today? She said, why in the world I got to smile for you? Men are always trying to tell a woman when and where and how to do. But then she smiled and said, okay, well, how are you? She had about an hour left at work that she's still trying to power through. Her baby father was the cause for all the pain she harbored. Said her name was Barbara. She did hair and barbered. I said, you know what, let's connect on Instagram. She said, I know you really want my number, nigga, so just get it damn. Niggas always be afraid to ask for digits. Nowadays, it's like niggas and change their ways and now they bitches. She was the baddest, her demeanor was the meanest, but her and I could not deny the energy between us. She was the most amazing in many ways. Caught her blazing in the park, but I don't smoke, but that's cool anyways. I purposely ain't text her back in many days. Studied the book of Futuronomy to calculate my future plays. Really, I'm just trying to get laid, then move to another beach so I can catch some new waves. You see, really for the man, it's all about the hunt. We only want what we have when we don't have what we want. And that's the games we play. OGs did it the same way, and now we do it the same today. I finally text her like, yo, I've been busy, really, but haven't stopped thinking about you, Barbara. What's the dilly? She took a couple days to hit me back like, hey, sorry, I've been busy too, and now we going tit for tat. I got to switch into a different hat. If I'm gonna be hitting that, I'm digging that. Plus her ass and tits is fat. Wait, it don't make sense that her tits is fat. It made sense within my mind, but now it doesn't when I spit it back. It's okay, it don't matter, you understand. I'm just a fuck boy looking for fuck toys and high demand. Since I believe that I'm the man, I womanize the one man. There's many women to one man, so I get it in whenever I can. But the problem is what Barbara is, really she's needing me, exceedingly needing me at the height that the needy be. I could easily be the guy that she's needing me to be, but I also be needing me, and I be needing me to be free. Free from any commitments, relationship jail sentence. I'm the reason why shorties wear head wraps and burn incense and try to find themselves in zodiac charts with broken heart chakras and go to sacred women retreats and visit yoni doctors. I'm the reason they need healing, and I too need healing. I try not to catch feelings and energies that we dealin'. We get entangled when we tangle, and you know me, I've been rude. You gotta tune in next time, the story's to be continued.
That was tough. That was hot.
My guy
I
said
felt that.
my guy said broken heart chakras.
Burning incense. I know many women who get their hearts broke, burn incense, get the chakras, get the pearls, the
crystals,
all that. Yeah, word. Be rubbing on them and
they
praying
be the
and
most empty vessels.
they be freaks too.
AA.
But yeah. Listen, bro, why you do that, though?
For real.
But I do also understand the perspective of the hunt, as we men would say.
Yeah,
So,
he definitely opened my mind there.
yeah,
I like
I
how
got that.
he got his perspective.
I felt that when he said that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we on the hunt. We be needing women, but we don't need women. We need to be free. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that too.
Right.
So, you know, there is a double standard there.
I like that.
But
he opens up my mind.
That's the duality of life, I feel. There will always be a double standard. There will never be truly always equal. But yeah, that's my stance on that.
Now we're gonna go on to the next one.
Let's get it.
This artist is from Garfield, New Jersey.
Shout out to Garfield.
Freddie Stone.
Wow.
He's a free-spirited individual.
Okay.
I love his art. And he doesn't, you could tell he don't give a fuck about what everybody else doing. He just be doing his own shit.
Word.
Like, that's just the kind of vibes Freddie Stone be giving me.
Okay.
And this is the first time I'm going to showcase him in my show.
Word. Shout out Freddie Stone.
Yes, I've met him in person.
Salute.
I respect his work. He's
Word.
he's a newly father, you know, so I like his drive. We're going to see this.
Congrats too.
Right, congratulations
Much
to
love.
you.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this song I think he did in the comfort of his own home.
Okay.
So
That's always good too.
That's always a
Yeah,
good piece.
yeah.
So we're just gonna check it out together.
Let's do it.
It's called Pass the Peas.
Pass the peas.
I like the title already.
Yeah, that's tough. I like the
The little graphic,
yeah,
right?
that's fire. It made me think of something from like Kanye West or something. Like
right,
he would
like
do
a-
something like that. Some Hype Williams type shit.
It also reminds me of like a scary movie. Intro.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah. Like Jason or something. Like
like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Yo, I can't with you. Okay, we're gonna play.
Ass your pussy. Water gets stuffed like taxidermy. Put you on stage, now you wanna play. Minute man, skin tight fade. Feeling like Dwayne Pendling in the Hyundai. I melt a base face, Olay, Ovaltine. With 2 creams in a mug, please. OD'd in the backseat on Route 17. Woe is me, so please pass the peas. Like either way I'm gon' eat G's. 3 square meals, 7 days a week. Yeah. Crab man in the flesh, yo. Ray man on a beat, yo. Hey, yo. Busting in through the kitchen door, down on the floor, and seen as much dope since like 1984. Oh no, let him go, I tell him all how you feel. Need $100 bill like a hole in the head, or like 100,000 I can sleep when I'm dead. When he talking out his neck, son, look like a Pez. I don't know no better than so I speak like a sailor. Moon baby crash land in a goddamn, this shit flew by fast. Son, learn how to fly, I'm about to call me a cab. Mad Christmas cat, I'm somebody's dad. Need mad restitution cause the company bad. You mister, could you step on the gas? Quick, fast, I'll be there for the dip and the dash. I'm on that ass now. It's Freddie Stone Cold Cash Cow. Bro, how you throwing stones in the glass house? I don't know, man.
Yo, that shit was fire.
that was tough.
That was tough.
I like that.
It's a new sound.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a new sound like you. Like
Something you can't really describe. It's just that.
it's just different.
Yeah, that was tough.
It's
I like
different. It's out of the box. It's normally looked at as like, whoa, what is he doing? But fuck it, you know.
And videos like that too get the most love when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's
It's
coming from a real place.
It's
Yeah.
realistic. It's,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not like all out of control. Like think about all the videos that got like all the Benzes and Rolls Royces outside. They be fire, but it's like, bro, like I can't get that.
Yeah, I can get that right now. So,
Like,
but that's what
how
I'm
am I
telling you.
gonna relate to like you being rich and me being like broke or not even broke, just like there, like medium, like you know what I'm saying, like.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like insecure artists. They would look at that and they'll be like, oh, nobody wants to see me in my home. I'm never gonna post that.
Yeah.
You're doing your stuff with the service.
Facts.
You're doing it.
Because people got to see you.
Right.
And people like to see your glow. People like to see the glow up. They don't want to see you with 1 million followers and you just putting your first song.
They don't want to see always perfect.
We want to see your first 500 and then be like, all right, bet.
We want to see you walking your dog with your daughter.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see you struggling with like no plates in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like noodles and that's all you eat.
Do a freestyle on top of your car. You feel me?
You feel me? I want to see the V with like one headlight working. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you in the studio though. You working. You know what I'm saying? You know. You in the studio. You doing your thing. You know what I mean? You want this.
Right.
You really committed. You know. I want to see that.
Right. We want to see that.
We don't want to see the Benz right away. Like, dang. Like, you know, what was before that? Like, you know.
Good shit, man.
You know. So yeah.
Now the last song that we're gonna share for the night is gonna be the song that I told you about. That's called "Tattoo Tears." Jamie McCall, he's the one who posted it on YouTube, but it's Peace Warriors.
Where's the artist from? Do you know?
Peace Warriors, I believe they're from, I think they're from New York, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. This song came out in a time where like gang violence was very prominent. Okay. So it's a very old song. Okay. You see, it's like posted in 2015, but it's way older than that. It's like in the 90s. Okay. But this song really touched me because it just talks about, you know, life that in the hood, like when we lose somebody on the block and how it feels. Yeah. So I just, I want to play it. So
let's do it.
Thing. The homies would run the streets, scoop brides and hang. We spend many nights wilding out, plotting on plans for fame. But now everything has changed and it's so strange. We hit the club, popping bub with our last dimes, hustling at the dam was a pastime. Living life with no fear, that's why there's one right. Love song. It's a dedication to the homies that's gone. I shed tattoo tears, cause I gotta stay strong. For this dedication to the homies that's gone. I really wish we had another chance to chill just one more day. We had so much to do. How did it end this way? You kept the heat on the seat at all times. Who would think you would give yours to save mine? You took a bullet for your dog. I think this song says it all. This one right here, it's not your average love song. Oh, no. It's a dedication to the homies that's gone. Stay strong. Stay for this dedication to the homies that's gone. Oh, I know that once it's done, it ain't gonna change. But I will give anything just to have you here
Singers always gotta do that.
Right. They said we can't stop. We gotta let the chat continue.
When especially like when that third hook come around, they always gotta spread that E. You be like, bro, I feel that.
Right.
Like,
You just
it gets to a point where you like, dang, I don't know who did it, bro, but like, bro, I'm here for you. Like, if you need to call somebody, like, I be hearing songs from the weekend and like, it be certain songs. I be like, yo, can somebody get him on the phone? Like, who was the girl? What bitch hurt you, bro?
Right.
Because apparently she fucked your head up. Like, it's bad out here. Like, yeah. Yeah, singers kill me with that. But
they do.
But you know, that's that soul. You be feeling it.
Yeah, and I just like that the lyrics said this is not your average love song.
Right, yeah.
Like they just wanted you to know.
Yeah,
like
they was up in your face with it straight.
Like this sound like an R&B song,
straight
but
to
this
the
is
point.
Not a love song.
Straight to the point. One thing I wanted to speak on real quick because it was on my mind now. Walking out on faith. I know for me it was a very trying thing, and a thing where I was a little skeptical, but I knew that I had to make that move. But I also knew certain people wasn't with it. But in the end, I knew that if I was gonna do it, it was gonna have to be done, and whether people liked it or not. Again, I'm not trying to preach here, but I am a very spiritual person. Hence why I do like the soulfully VAL thing. That's hard.
I appreciate that.
That's hard.
Thank you. I'm a very spiritual person too.
I get that a lot. Like when I met you, I felt that. Like when we met up in New Brunswick, I felt that. I was like, yeah, I can like see it. And then I still gotta figure out where we know each other from. Because remember we talked about that.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. You know, we could do that. We get that figured out.
But when you walked out on faith, going, you know, moving around how you was moving around, and then going to LA, how did that make you feel?
Walking out on faith?
Yeah, because I
very scary.
I felt like that's what you was doing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nah, seriously, I felt like you was walking out on faith. Like that was something where you was like, look, I'm gonna make this move, and if it works, it's gonna work.
If it doesn't, it doesn't.
If it don't, it's still gonna work, but it might not work here.
Right.
Or it might not work right away over here.
Right.
But
so that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Thank you for asking that question.
No problem.
It feels very surreal. You're fighting with your imposter syndrome thoughts, your inner child emotions.
Yeah.
You're fighting with all of the self-limiting beliefs you told yourself because of your upbringings, your whole life. And I think that's what anyone in that predicament or that situation would have fluttered in their thoughts of. It's like, why am I going to go and do this move? Yeah, I know it's because of my passion or my goals or the purpose or because I'm determined. Yeah. But what if I don't? Because I didn't graduate from a college degree, or I was brought up in Patterson, or I didn't have, you tell yourself so many excuses, and that's what literally was ultimately going on before I even went out there. I was battling that. Yeah. I was like in through my thoughts, and just saying like, I don't know what's going to happen out there. I don't know anyone but one person. And that one person, I was going to go out and live with. And I still don't have any bad or ill thoughts with that person. I just feel like the support we looked for in one another was not the support that we wanted from each other.
Gotcha.
So I just had to make a decision and either come back here. And even coming back here was on a whim too.
Gotcha.
And I'm still right now.
I remember you said that too recently. Yeah,
I'm still right now.
I'll be paying attention.
Yeah. I'm still right now battling that. Like I had these young, filled, purposeful individuals bring me here. I didn't even come here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I sold my car. I was going to try to like fix my car out there because my car kind of like the battery died. So I had to replace the battery to drive back here, or I had to figure to get a job to like basically pay for my flight up here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It was one or the other. So I said yes to the business opportunity because they paid for my flight. Yeah. They made it so legit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm coming here, I'm working for the company, and I'm starting to realize like I don't really feel like it's working again on my purpose. I don't feel like it's adding on my purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like it's drifting me away from my purpose. So now I'm just trying to like reiterate everything, and I'm like, maybe this wasn't the right choice, and I feel sad. I feel upset because these people took the time to believe in me more than I believed in myself for me to do what they needed me to do for their company.
Yeah.
But I've realized that, you know, they want to use my audience and all of the value that I have to offer for me to bring stuff to their company. Yeah. And I just don't feel like that's where I want to be in life, because I'm a very valuable person.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, right? I'm a very valuable person, and I've never realized how valuable I was.
Valuable Val.
Valuable Val. But I never realized.
Hashtag that.
Yeah, I never realized how like good my ideas creatively can help others.
Right.
I say my thoughts, I say my ideas on the spot without thinking of anyone around me having that intent for themselves. I have this open heart and intent to everyone to bring them together, and then they have other intentions of sucking that out of me. Right. So I've become exhausted and just frustrated through all of those people that's been in and out since I've started this music industry. And I'm just coming to a term where it's like I came to find escape and to find purpose with people who were eager to support, eager to invest in me, to come to realize that I feel the same way all over again. I feel like I'm in that position where they're trying to suck all the good that I literally built.
Squeezing the juice out.
Yeah. Trying to squeezing, even if it's just my personality and me just having that gift of gab and networking, I still feel like it's sucking that. It's sucking my value to their benefit. But I'm just right now thinking like, where is my benefit in this? Right. Because I don't see it. I see me giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and not really receiving so much back. Gotcha. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful because you guys paid for my flight. We worked together, door dashing, and we split half on that. You know what I'm saying? They working with me.
The real grind.
The real grind.
Real grind. Yeah.
The real grind. This is the stuff that happens, you know, under the scene, behind the scenes that people don't know. But I'm always bringing it very aware to my audience. Like, this is what I'm going through, and I don't care because I'm doing what I love. But yeah, hopefully people will get to that level and then just continue going until you get to where you need to get to.
100%.
But yeah, like that's where I'm at right now. Now I'm in a fork where I'm like, okay, I moved out on a whim. I learned so much in Cali. I'm grateful. I touched down bases with my networks out there. I know people in each state, like not 52 states, but like at least.
I'm like that too, though.
At least half of the states.
I'm like that too.
Yeah, like I know people down south. You know, I know people in Florida, New Orleans.
We
like
be moving around.
We just be moving around. So I already built rapport. So it's like I already had people I had touched down over there that I did work with, and I was grateful. So I was like, yo, maybe I needed to leave Cali to see that I was all surrounded by the gunk here in Jersey.
Got you.
Surrounded by the gossip, the haters, the drama, the unnecessary that doesn't have to come into my purpose, and me leaving the state and going out of state to state. Like made me realize like, yo, I was
like
really
a fugitive, like just
like I was
on the
really
run.
Right, on the run. I was like, yo, I was the only one in my head getting in the way of myself.
One thing I will say real quick, I don't want to cut you off because you on a roll right here.
Yeah.
I loved that you pretty much vlogged the whole thing. Like, I don't think you understand. I literally paid attention to every place you went to and was like, yo, she's doing the same. Mind you, I didn't vlog mine, but she's doing the exact same thing that I did. That's why when I hit you,
that's crazy.
Remember when I hit you up and I said, yo, you know, safe travels on your journey to stand the third. Because when you put that post up, even when you got emotional and was like, you know, I love all you guys to stand the third. I'm really wanting to do this. I felt that because I know what it takes to get up and pack everything you got. Everything you got. Your whole house is in your bag or your 2-3 bags.
Yeah.
Like in my car, literally, I had bags and like covers in the trunk. Like, because I knew if I come back up here, this is it. Like, this has to work.
Yeah. That's where I was at.
That's how I'm treating. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you got to treat it. It has to work.
I also was just eager to go because I'm like, whether I stay in Jersey, whether I don't, I'm in the same predicament. I don't have support anywhere. Right. The only support system I have is literally Jersey Media and Joe and whoever can.
You got Young Bell now too.
Right. I have support too from like my audience. I'm just talking about behind the scenes support.
Yeah, like people, like really help. Yeah.
Behind the scenes support, there's only one person. Yeah. I don't have my mom helping me. I never had help from my mom. I actually had the only help I'm gonna be real with you. The help that I had from my mom, of course, is that she provided a roof over my head in the time 100%. That she did and the duration that she did. Yeah. She provided clothes over me, you know what I'm saying? And she probably went through a lot raising 3 kids. So I give her that respect. Yeah. But you know, when she dipped out, she dipped out. So gotcha. It's everybody's in my life is very self-centered and selfish. And they don't feel that. They don't want to help. They don't want to help. Like I could be, and maybe it's also me too, because I don't know how to ask for help. So I have
closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, closed mouths don't get fed. Exactly. So I'm trying to learn that. I've been trying to look for an investor. I've been looking for a videographer. No one's really helping me.
What I would say.
And I'm just like, okay, well, I guess, you know, I'm going to have to do this all by myself.
The work that you are doing is a testament to the grind and the passion that you have behind not only you being an artist from a music standpoint, but I'll say even an artist from a podcast and or media standpoint. Don't mind me. I think of everything as an art. Even what we looking at right here with this painting. Someone thought of that and then said, you know what, bet we're gonna draw that. That might not mean nothing to me right now. Right. I might look at it and be like, well, why does she have that on? But someone else who painted this piece saw it and said, this is what I'm dealing with, or this is what this represents. So for you to go through what you're going through and not necessarily have that help or that big push, I feel like as an artist or as a creative, which we are, you have to go through these hurdles of going through this gauntlet and this storm by yourself or with one or two people, because you have to see that vision before 30,000 other people do. You have to go through that hurdle before the 30,000 people who will get behind you to be like, yo, you know what? Let's bring Val on with this, or let me get, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's in podcasting, Chris Murrow or Charlemagne, someone might see this and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna hold you. Reflections with Val, that might work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they gotta see what you're doing first. You can't. I'm not saying you. When I mean you,
the like, artist.
You know, people. You can't deal with what we're dealing with and then just mope or sit around. You gotta still go through that and work through that, because eventually the right people will pop up, but they won't pop up unless you continue to work.
Yeah,
you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I consistently still pump work.
Yeah. Trust me, I'll be watching. Listen, I pay attention. I'm, you know. Listen.
Yeah, man, I have to no matter what I go through in life, because I've allowed my whole life to stop me. I've allowed so many excuses. Yeah. I've allowed my own excuses to stop me for the longest.
Yeah, I was like that too.
The longest. And what you're seeing now and what everyone is seeing now is that I'm no longer doing that.
Same here. Exactly.
And it's liberating. I'm not gonna hold you. It's liberating
because you block out your distractions. You block out think about all those trying moments when you were procrastinating. And everyone's around you. Then the moment you stop procrastinating, no one is around you. Because you focus, you in that zone. Versus when you're not focused and you're not in that zone, you got time. But when you're in that zone, you don't have time. You don't have time to BS. You don't have time to play. You don't have time to just hit the club all the time, Bell. You don't have time to fuck with these hoes all the time, Bell. You got to stay in the studio. You got to shoot your videos. You got to do your promo with Val. You got to do this with this person.
Yeah, it's what you're putting in your schedule. So you start to take your
craft so serious to the point where every day it's something. I was on the phone with someone earlier, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this, that, and third, then this, and then I'm doing this thing with VAL, this, that, and third. And they're like, oh, you doing like a podcast or something? I'm like, yeah, do. They're like, so how long you gonna be? As long as I need to be, because this is still work.
Right.
But this might be a day off from my 9 to 5, but this is still work.
Okay,
you know
I see what you're saying.
This is, you know what I mean? You got to treat your craft as if once again, as if you made it already. Because the people who made it, they treat their craft as if it's work, because it is work. This is what pays your bills.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you got to treat it as if it's paying your bills already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's exactly.
But still enjoy it. Still, one thing I will say real quick too is fall in love with the journey. So even though you're going through what you're going through, still find time to fall in love with why you're doing this. Fall in love with that. Oh dang! I only got 3 people that's really fucking with me. That's really pushing me.
Right.
Because those will be those moments you'll come back to.
But
when you make it.
Yeah. I get that. That's where I'm at right now. Is just I'm just torn on what should I do on decision making on other stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to stay true to myself, and I just want to choose people that also want that for me and that don't want to suck anything out of me.
Are you a hands-on person?
I'm just trying to get to that place. Yeah, I am a hands-on person actually. Yeah.
Like someone who's like, look, it got to be this way. Got to be this way. Make sure the lighting is here. This, that, and third. Like, you like that? Okay. Nah, I'm only asking because sometimes as creatives as well, little sports reference here. You can be someone like Jason Kidd or CP3, where the point guard will control basically the whole floor. Hence, hands-on person. But then you can be somebody like when KD was on the Warriors, or even now in Brooklyn, where it's like, I'm going to jump in where I fit in. And if this is where I work at, this is where I work at. This is where I feel best at. So I'm going to put my aces in their places. Some artists are better at just being the artist. Versus some artists are better at being both the artist and businessman. And then some artists are good at just being the businessman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what made me ask, are you like a hands-on kind of person where you can have your reflections with VAL and do your podcast and still run what you running, and then go and do your music, but then still when you doing your reflections with VAL, I need y'all to have the lighting like this, have the setting like this, make sure my audio is at a certain level.
That's 100% how I am. Yeah. Just know that it's gonna get worse the more that I keep educating myself.
Right, because you're gonna want to keep doing everything.
And the more, it's getting worse the more that I learn. Yeah.
The good thing is, you know what you want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not trying to alter or accommodate for other people's purposes or their visions. Either y'all see my vision, hop on it. If not, I'm gonna find somebody else, right? And that's just where I'm at right now. And that's also where the team of the business that I thought it was, and that's and I don't know what it is. I'm not even gonna put a bad taste on it because a lot of people put a bad taste on that company. I don't want to say that company's bad. I just feel like that's what they sold me on.
Gotcha.
You understand? And when I came here and nothing's being poured into me, it's very much sounding like show. Like is the company that's what I should be focused on. Nah, that's not what's gonna happen. My focus is always gonna be reflections, music, speaking engagements, which I have my first speaking engagement this month. So vocal lessons now. Word. There's a lot of things that are more important to me. That's more important to me than working for a company and doing your quotas and giving you your people. Because that's driving me away from what I got to focus on. And I like how you said that it depends on what you do in your time. Yes, time is very important. If you wake up at 8 a.m. every day, 2 hours a day, you set out, an hour a day you set out to reach out to people so you could be on their show. Then an hour you set out to scope out producers. for your area. Then an hour you spit out potential features. Then an hour you spit out for editing and your content. You know, you gotta like really be on the move. And then another hour, 2 hours, you may be practicing a new instrument. You may be learning a new hobby, you know, a new trait. It's just what you do with your time. Are you pouring into yourself, or are you pouring out? And you know, it's crazy. Like with this whole thing, this whole journey, I've been waiting on people. Gotcha. I've been dependent on people. I've been like, oh, I need somebody by my side to do this. Right. Now I'm starting to realize I don't need to wait on my brother on the side. Yes, he has a car, but I have 2 legs. Yeah. So let me walk to my destination. Yeah. Let me figure this out, because that's how we be sometimes. It's like, oh, you know, I want to do a video, but I don't have a videographer. Figure it out. Yeah. You know, like, and that's just where I'm at right now. I need to figure it out. All those little mishaps, like you said, find the joy in the journey and just learn. That's what I'm doing right now.
You know, and that ray of light is what we looking for. You know what I mean? And, you know, once you fall in love with the journey, you realize, dang, okay, if I would have did this sooner, maybe I would have been where I wanted to be now versus later. But hindsight is so 20/20 that you probably needed to go through what you went through then so that you can appreciate now. Once again, I'm not trying to preach, but it gets this way when you get bail here.
Nah, that's right. I love
Preacher
it.
Bail.
Preacher bail. But definitely, like, let the audience know also before we close out. Oh, yeah. Let them know where they can find you at and everything.
So you can follow me on all social media platforms at YoungBail28. That is YOUNGBAIL, the number 2 and 8. YoungBail28.
YoungBail28. Yep. Yes. And you have all streaming platforms on music, Spotify, all that?
Yes. So you can get my project EP Truly Yours on all streaming platforms. That's Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Napster, even if you're still using that. You know what I mean? Like everything. Bandcamp, all that.
Just go everywhere. Please. Thank you very much, because this is a man with purpose, a man who has passion in his music. And that's all I love to have on this show, honestly. He just dropped so many gems this episode. And if you guys have been touched with his music, his work, make sure that you comment, drop a like, do something. You know, just follow, do something. Don't do that to the Young Bell.
And real quick too, make sure y'all follow my business page, All Work No Sleep CO. That's all one word. All Work No Sleep CO.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
And then you guys, of course, can also follow Reflections with Val on Instagram and all that good stuff, as well as SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, excuse me. Oh, yeah. But yeah, definitely. But thank you guys for tuning in, and see you guys next week. Bye.
Salute.